Welcome to Learning Excel with Dr. Ted. Hi there. In this video demonstration, we will be looking at two topics, specifically the functions of correlation and covariance. Let's go ahead and navigate to this second tab or worksheet entitled Data. In this tab or worksheet entitled Data, in column A we have the day, we have B, in column B we have the temperature, and in column C we have popsicle sales. We have here collectively a sample of 10 different days in the summer and the respective temperature and popsicle sales. And what we are interested in looking at here is the relationship between these variables presented in column B and in column C. Is there a relationship between temperature outside and the popsicle sales? Keep in mind that the temperature is listed in Fahrenheit for your reference. So let's go ahead and start to tease out the data. So go ahead and select in B1 all the way down to, in this case, C11, and go to Insert in the tab. And from Insert, select over the charts this option for a scatter chart. Go ahead and select that. So here we can see going across, we have the values for the temperature, and going up and down, we have the values for the popsicle sales. It does seem that based off of this data set, we do have a positive relationship in that as the temperature increases, we see or tend to see the relationship of higher popsicle sales. The correlation and the covariance are two functions in Excel that can kind of help us in establishing the relationship between variables. Let's go ahead and calculate the correlation value first. This is also referred to as the correlation coefficient. To do so, you'll use the function in the function bar by go ahead and typing in the value equal, Correl, open the parenthesis. The first array will be the temperature or the value for temperature, so B2 to B11, and then the second value will be from C2 to C11. And you can go ahead and close the parenthesis and press OK. So we see the correlation value of 0.93 or 0.92. What the correlation value is it goes anywhere from -1 to +1. And the closer you are either to -1 or to +1 would mean that all of your data fall within a straight line. This is a very highly positively correlated data set in that we can see the temperature and popsicle sales related very closely one to another. Now you may ask, what happens if I were to select the array in the reverse order, where I had, for instance, the values in C first and then the values in B? Let's go ahead and just show you that there is no difference if you were to place column C first or column B first. Let's go ahead and type that in. So equals Correl. Select the value now in C2 first, all the way down to C11, comma the value in B2 all the way down to B11. Close the parenthesis and you see the value is exactly the same. The next function that we're looking at calculating is something called the covariance. The covariance is another measure of the relationship or association between two variables. Excel also has a function that is very handy in using and calculating the covariance. Because we're looking at a sample, we're going to go ahead and calculate the sample covariance for our data set. The function is going to be equals covariance dot s. Go ahead and select the values for the first array, so B2 to B11, and the values for the second array from C2 all the way to C11. Close the parenthesis and you see a covariance of 1158.88. As you look at the value for the covariance, if you have a value that is positive, you would see that you have a positive relationship with your data set. If you have a value that's negative, you would say that you have a negative relationship or negative value for your relationship. If it's close to 0, you would essentially say that you have no linear relationship. So we can see here that we've calculated these two functions in Excel that are very helpful in understanding the relationship between data, the correlation, and the covariance. Thank you for watching Learning Excel with Dr. Ted. If you liked what you saw in this video and would like to learn more, subscribe now to our YouTube channel.